Hey guys, so it's Cthulthu here. This should be the start of the new day. So I think it's day 67 of the vlogs. It is the 14th of January. It's the day that we were having our Corporal Beast event. So yeah, and this is the first time I've been to Corporal Beast since Ganodermic came out. I've actually still not been to the lair where you get Ganodermic flakes and whatever else, and I have no idea how it works. All I know is the stats, but I don't know what to do with it once it degrades. Can you sell a degraded Ganodermic item in the in the GE, or does it actually degrade altogether and you lose it altogether, just like a Statius Warhammer or something like that? And also, if you can repair it, do you have to repair it yourself in that case? If you can't sell it on the GE, do you have to get the flakes yourself to repair it? And can you buy a second set? I don't know any of these things. I still have to look it up. But I will do that when I restart Slayer, when I get my completionist cape and all the rest of it. So I can't wait for that. And yeah, so far, well, we've only been here for about, well, let me see. So it's been 28 minutes. And nothing to report just yet. We did get a spirit shield though on our second drop, which was obviously annoying. Getting to see coins on the floor, but knowing that it's useless as usual. Well, you know, you can tell it's not a full amount of coins, so you know it's a bad drop straight away. Even though you get a little bit excited over the green text anyway. Well, I say get excited over the green text, but I haven't got excited over green text for ages. I mean, even when I got I can't remember now, but it doesn't excite me anymore for some reason, because I just know that whatever it isn't going to make too much of a difference, and I don't know how to spend it anyway, because I don't know how to spend half of the money I have. And now I'm getting killed by Corporal Beast, or not Corporal Beast, the core. As usual in these masses, we have no system of killing the core. I mean, what I don't understand is why people sometimes stun it. It's the most pointless thing in the world, stunning it. As in, when I say stun it, I mean with a Zamarockian spear, of course. Stunning it with emerald bolts is, of course, very, very, well, it's the thing that you should be doing. But yeah, some people stun it with the Zamarockian spear, and it's the dumbest thing in the world. Because unless they're going to do it twice, it's not going to get away from anybody. It's still going to keep hurting people, even though it might not do it for a second or two, maybe. And the second thing is that it's stunned for about, well, a second or two, so it gets back straight into the game afterwards. And meanwhile, I mean, you've taken damage in order to stun it, and all the while, if you had just attacked it as normal, then you may have killed it, and you would have dealt with the problem then. Or at least you would have done enough damage to maybe, you know, make somebody else want to attack it as well and finish, you know, the rest of it off. And yeah, that would be obviously the best way of doing it, but no, some people like to stun it with a Zamarockian spear, which is just, it's a foreign concept. I have no idea why they do it. Also for this trip I decided so not only is it the first time I bought Ganodermic, I also bought a Steadfast Boot. I was amazed to see that it's 50 million now. I think I actually bought it for 50 million. I'm amazed at that, and definitely one of the things I do when I get my completion escape and everything else is I will be heading to whatever I have to kill them, glaciers or something like that, and I will definitely be trying to make some money there, because that would be nice, wouldn't it, getting some boots there, especially at the price they are at. I can't believe that they're that rare. And look at that, I've just got 13 blue charms. That's unfortunate because I'm not picking them up. But yeah, so far it's been a good trip, and I've been able to, well, it's been fun so far. Hopefully we do get a sigil at the end, though. Hopefully I remember to turn off my prayer as well, so I don't waste it. But yeah, I've actually noticed that my prayer is draining really fast, faster than usual. Does Ganodermic have negative prayer stats or something? Don't know, but it feels like it. Or maybe what I usually wear. No, but what I usually wear is Kirill's then, so that doesn't make a difference either. I don't know if Nate Helm has any prayer bonus, but even that shouldn't make too much of a difference. Oh, it gives you a percentage now. It gives you a proper percentage, a 0.8 percentage. What I mean to say is a decimal there, rather than just giving you a random number. I wonder if it does it with all items now, like Pernix and everything like that. What else? What else did I actually want to check? Oh, I wanted to check the stats of it, didn't I? Well, too late now. Got to wait a whole round. These kills aren't coming very fast, but that is because this is one of our smallest masses. We only got around, I think we had 27 people when we started. I mean, the last few trips I've been on were like 100 people exactly, almost, if not more, trying to get in. So yeah, this is one of our lightest masses that I've been to. but that's not a bad thing because we still kill it, and hopefully we'll get a good sigil, and obviously we'll all walk away with a much higher split than what we normally would have. So let's hope that we do get a drop and it's worth our while, and hopefully in that process we make a few of you that are watching this video jealous. But yeah, if we do get a drop, obviously I'll come back to it. And then just generally speaking, so I don't think I've showed this video clip just yet. In fact, you know what? I haven't even taken a video clip for it, so I'll do that probably the next clip. But I have now got enough produce to unlock make leather, and that's something that, well, what I'll do is in the next clip I'll unlock it firstly, and then I'll actually go use it. And yeah, instead of having to get a spreadsheet out and try and work it out, whatever, in my head, what I'll do is I'll actually just buy 27, no, well, maybe 26, depending on how many rooms I have in my inventory. Get the leather out, just doing those spells, so it'd have to be a number divisible by 5 in that case, because it's 5 leather at the time that it works on. And yeah, we'll see what we can actually make, and then we'll see what you can actually make with that spell, maybe an hour. Because obviously, well, to me, it's not going to be enough money, but I'm sure somebody out there who wants to go through the trouble of doing Livid Farm, not just because he needs the produce, but because he needs maybe magic experience and things like that, because it's a nice way to get experience as well. But yeah, I mean, hopefully there's light at the end of the tunnel, and maybe you can make a little bit of money out of it. And as you can tell by the level of those coins and how they're not very high, that is another spirit shield, unfortunately. So there you go, one on video as well. So yeah, I'm going to try out make leather, and unfortunately, you know what? When I was coming to this event, I was thinking to myself, oh, really, why couldn't we have this event next week? Because by then I would have had make vengeance, or make vengeance. What am I talking about? Make leather. No, but what I meant was group vengeance. So that would have been really nice if I could have had group vengeance for this. Obviously, the kills would have been just well, I think they would have been a lot faster, wouldn't they? So yeah, that is disappointing. But maybe I'll have a special event when I do have group vengeance, because it'll be fun, won't it? And we'll kill this guy even faster. So yeah, I'll try and work out something where I can host an event myself, and also use my group vengeance. And I'm dying. Run, panic, everything. Yeah, so I'm not playing mage by default. I go straight to whatever it's called, soul split. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. But if I get a drop, then I will show it to you. If not, then the next clip you'll see is me unlocking make leather and using it. So yeah, there you go. Hey guys, it's Cthulthu here. So well, you know that, because that's the second time I said it. But yeah, we got a holy elixir. It's still not much, but how do I actually see it? Isn't it in game? There we go. So wow, only 30k. Wow, terrible. 30k for a holy elixir, but holy elixir, whatever, is still a rare drop, and we got it. Well, it's slightly rare, I guess. It's rarer than most anyway. And yeah, so I don't know. It's been 52 minutes, and we've got a holy elixir. And hopefully there's still more to come, but yeah, we'll have to see, won't we? Right, guys, so here I am at Livid Farm. Now, I think I promised to show you something after Corporal Beast, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with Livid Farm. I hope so, because if it's not, then I've forgotten. And this is the first time I've actually seen a Twisted Fire starter in game, so that actually looks quite cool. Obviously, I haven't done the quest yet, and are there 2 summons, or is it just that 1 summon? I thought it said that they were going to be given a couple of new familiars this month. But yeah, Twisted Fire starter, it actually looks quite cool. It does. Does it have a face or anything? Doesn't look like. It reminds me, well, it's not as well made, but it reminds me of a bomb from Final Fantasy. And I don't know if you can hear that. That's my highlights going off on IRC. Homer Simpson going. Right, so yeah, what was I going to do? I was going to claim my reward. So since the last time, got spiritualized food. I never actually used that, I don't think. So I will give it a go this time. But I've finally unlocked make leather. So it was on time. I did say that I'd do it on Friday, or well, hopefully Friday, Saturday, and I unlocked it yesterday on Friday. But this is the first time I'll actually officially unlock it, so it converts 5 hides at a time, and yeah, I'm excited about it simply because I think it could have good money-making potential. I'm sure somebody out there knows if it does, but there we go. So I've learnt to make leather now, and let's see. So I've got 504k points now, so that's 15k over what I needed, and getting close, well, not getting close, but on my way to Disruption Seal, the 72k shield, and 72k produce to get that shield, and then even better, Vengeance Group not too long in the future now. At least by next weekend I'll definitely have Vengeance Group, that's for sure. As for the other spells, who knows when they'll come, but hopefully it won't be too long. So yeah, let's go try out Spiritualized Food and make leather and see how it works. So I might actually have to stop the clip. You know what, I'm going to stop the clip because I'm going to quickly go to the GE and buy leather, and when I'm back I'll be in probably Varrock Bank using the spell. So see you in a second. Okay guys, so like I said, I was going to try out leather making, but yeah, what I wanted to do was I wanted to actually work out how much we can, how much a person that has this spell can actually make per hour if they were to use this spell, and just use this as a money making method. And there's no doubt that you can make money from it. The question is how much can you make. So so what I did was I bought 500 green dragon hides, and also therefore I needed to buy 200 astral runes and 200 body runes. The body runes are 5 GP each, so it was just 1k, and the astrals were 52k. So in total, I was having to spend 53k on runes, and then I also bought the dragon hide. I don't know how much specifically I bought it for, but that's not too much of an issue because I can just divide how much I paid for the leather when I actually look at the history of the GE, the buying and selling history that you have on the GE. So yes, I mean, okay, let me actually tell you. So with those runes at 53k in total, and that's enough to cast the spell 100 times for the 500 hides. Also looking at my history, so I was getting, let me see, I paid 955,500 GP for the green dragon hide in the first place, and I sold that green dragon leather at 1,080,000. So in total, that is a profit of, well, you know what, it doesn't matter what the profit was, just based on the leather against the dragon hide, but with it, with the what do you call it, with the expense of the runes taken out as well, I made 71,600 by making those 500 dragon hides into dragon leather. Now that was done within 7 minutes and 38 seconds, but just to be generous, because it would be a much better number to work with, I've rounded it down to 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and you can divide 7 minutes 30 seconds into an hour 8 times, so that's perfect for me to work with. So so yeah, assuming you do it for an entire hour, you should be able to process, therefore, let's see, so 1,000, should be able to process 4,000 leathers, and therefore the profit that you would make, so 71,600 in 7.5 minutes times 8, and what we're left with is our, crying out loud, every time I put it into the calculator I always divide it instead of timesing it, but yeah, I've just done it now, so 572,800 GP. So you can make, basically, if we were to be generous, you can make 600,000 an hour by doing this, and just watching myself do it, I know that I could have been faster. I know I could have cut corners in places, got the timing right a bit better. I could have used that application that allows you to put dots on your screen, so you know where to click at certain places for certain reasons, and that all would have been useful in speeding things up. So I think that if someone was concentrating, they'd easily be able to make 600k an hour, so that's pretty decent. And then also, just before I even started buying green dragon hides, I had a quick look at which would be the most profitable, and it was actually black dragon hide is the most profitable, but only slightly more than green, but that's because the reason I chose green was because I couldn't buy the black at medium price, and I just couldn't be bothered, so I just bought out green instead. But yeah, the difference right now is 322 GP between black, so that's obviously we're talking about hide as opposed to leather. 305 is the difference of green, 280 is the difference for blue, and red you shouldn't touch at all because the difference is only 45 GP, 43 GP actually. So so in fact, you know what, with red I don't think you'd make any money at all. I think you would actually break even by using red with this spell. But yeah, if you want to make profit, it would have to be with black, green, or blue dragon hides. Also, the thing with green is I bought the bought the dragon hide at middle price. However, I had to sell the dragon leather at below middle. So who knows? If I had been more patient and didn't want to sell it, straight away, I may have got a bit more money for my dragon leather. So yeah, that's even more reason to say that I should have made at least 600k an hour had I done this for an hour straight, of course. So yeah, I think this spell is definitely a very good spell. It is very fast, as you can see. There is a huge delay though, unfortunately, when casting the spell and trying to do anything else. So even walking to the next square, it takes, the animation blocks you from doing anything. So you can't interrupt the animation, which is annoying. So it made it difficult to bank, and you have to get the timing right for that. But yeah, there you go. So that's make leather, and if you do Livid farm and you do get this spell and you are in need of some money, this could be a way to go. 600k an hour. There's nothing stopping you from making that amount. Unlike going to Frost Dragons where you're always competing, having to find a good world and everything like that. And then there's even there's things like Avianese. I think there's still bots there as well, so you find it hard to make money. I mean, it's not necessarily hard to make money in other areas. But at least doing it this way, you have very little competition. As long as the prices are good on the Grand Exchange, it's good to go. It's decent money. So yeah, definitely give it a try if you have the time. Okay, guys. So here I am at Taverley speaking to the Summoning Master, and he's telling me to go to Trollheim for the familiarization event. So if you're not familiar with why I am going to do this minigame, it is because I am getting the song from the minigame. It's something that I've obviously therefore never done before, and I need to do it in order to get the song. But that's all I really want, so I'm just going to head there. I'm just going to get the song, maybe have a look around the area a bit, but otherwise I'm just not going to bother. Also, I did say that in the clip before you should have seen me use the spiritualized food spell. However, I didn't think it was worth showing to you. It's a waste of time spell to get in the first place. Basically, all it does is it heals your summoning familiar for whatever the food should normally heal you, and it also increases the timer of your familiar. However, one of the biggest drawbacks is that you can only use it once per familiar. So healing your familiar for 200 HP or whatever the normal rate of the food that you use is, it's not a big deal. I mean, I've never been in a situation where I've need to heal my familiar. I mean, the only time my familiar has died is because someone in a PvP situation is attacking it and giving it an extra 200 HP. If I can only do that once, there's no point in that. And then also for the timer, it was only increasing the timer by a couple of minutes. Now, I don't know if that's just because I had summoned something and run down the timer for a minute, and then it happened to gain 1.5 minutes on the timer. Maybe that is the reason. Maybe I didn't do enough research there, but maybe I should have let the timer run down a bit more. But yeah, I mean, when I summoned a lava titan, it said 61 minutes, so I thought, let me get it to 60 minutes, then I'll use spiritualized food, and if it gains 1 minute, then we know that there's a cap, and that I have to, run the timer down a little bit more before I start using it. And when I did use the food, it went up to 61 minutes and 30 seconds, so it did go over the starting time, and I thought, okay then, so it's given me 1.5 minutes, and and 30 seconds is actually over the original time it should be. So there you go. I have got the spell now. Not spell, the music now. As you can see, I'm in the familiarization event, so I have no idea what to do here. But anyway, just to finish what I was saying, so yeah, spiritualized food, I think it's a waste of time. I'm not interested in using it. I don't see a situation where I need it, where I'd need it only a couple of minutes. I would rather have, a couple of yak pouches more in that situation rather than having the food to to renew the timer or to stop my yak from dying. Not that I would use a yak in a PvP situation, but of course we're talking about a boss situation. So yeah, that's enough about that spell. And yeah, so I have no idea what to do at this game. I'm just picking up these shards. I do believe that I need to get 60 shards before I can end the game. But if it's simply about picking them up, then I don't see what the problem there is. It seems like a very simple game. Also, I understand that, well, I don't actually understand anything else apart from the top of the screen. It does have the name of 2 summoning familiars. The Karamuluhu, whatever, I don't know. You would expect me to be able to pronounce it, seeing as it's very similar to my own name. but I'm not going to give it a go. And also Hydra, it says, so I'm guessing if I find those kind of 2 spirit monsters, I'll be able to kill them or something and get some more spirit shards or something like that. But yeah, I'm not really interested in this game. I mean, it's a dead-end game, so it must mean that the rewards from this game are pointless. And obviously, I mean, I guess the main reward must be related to summoning experience, which is also something I'm not interested in. So yeah, altogether it's a waste of time. But thanks for watching, guys, and until next vlog, see you around.